Welcome to the E-Academy. In this episode, we'll take a closer look at a motion detector with a built-in camera. The device I'm referring to in the B-Wave family is known as the Motion Detector Cam. First, I'd like to point out that this detector is intended for indoor use only. Let's see what it can do. If the device detects any movement while the system is armed, it will capture 3 photos of the area within its detection range in half a second. The images are saved at a resolution of 640 by 480 pixels. The detector features 2 infrared LEDs that act as an IR illuminator. Thanks to them, even images captured in the dark will be of high quality. Photos taken in low-light conditions are black and white. In normal lighting, images are, of course, recorded in color. Apart from alarm situations, a photo can also be taken on request, or they can be captured automatically, but more on that in a moment. Regardless of what triggered the detector to take a photo, you'll receive a push notification with the relevant information. You can then click directly on the notification to view the event details, including the photo. If you want to view the photos later, find them in the event log. Simply select the room with which the detector is associated, tap on its name, and then select Event Log. This will display a list containing only events related to the selected detector. Naturally, you can also access the event log through the settings window, which can be opened by clicking the cogwheel icon in the main screen menu. When browsing the complete event log, pay attention to items marked with a camera icon. They are also accompanied by the date and exact time of the event. Next to the most recent ones captured just a moment ago, you'll see the word Now. When you click on one of them, you'll switch to the preview. Keep in mind that the images are displayed as an animated GIF consisting of 3 frames. Each photo also has its own unique number, which allows you to locate it later, for example if you want to transfer it from an SD card. In the top right corner, there's the option to filter events. To make the photos visible in the list, select the Other option. And here's an important point. With the new release of the application, a new category will be added to the filters: the Video Verification filter, which will be used to list events containing photos. As I mentioned before, we can take a picture at any time on request. Simply go to the view of your detector and click the camera icon to the right of its name. Photos can also be taken as part of a configured scene or routine when a specific condition is met. We've already discussed scenes and routines in previous episodes. I recommend checking them out if you haven't seen them yet. An interesting fact is that the detector's internal memory stores up to 32 of the latest images. This protects them against loss in case of a temporary connection loss to the smart hub. As soon as communication is restored, the photos are sent over. An important point here: the ABAX 2 radio technology used in B-Wave ensures effective communication between wireless devices and the smart hub by operating on 4 channels within the frequency band. However, photos are sent completely independently to avoid placing extra burden on the basic communication. Furthermore, the smart hub handles photos using a dedicated radio module. I'd also like to remind you that the data transmitted between devices is secured using the advanced AES encryption standard. This ensures that the transmitted information is fully secure. Of course, the same applies to photos. The images are stored on a microSD card inside the smart hub, from where they can be retrieved if necessary. The question may arise whether the images from the detectors are only available to system users and no one else can, for example, verify the cause of the alarm. It all depends on whether you employ a security agency whose alarm monitoring station receives photos in addition to event codes. We covered the details in the episode on configuring the event reporting function. If the monitoring station supports this function, each triggered alarm can be checked immediately. In practice, this means that the person handling the incoming reported event can view the image from the detector located at the alarm site right away. Here, I'd like to mention that, to protect your privacy, a special option has been added to send photos to the station only when the alarm system is enabled. This means that when no arming mode involving a given detector is active, and the device takes a photo, for example on request, such an image will not be sent as part of a reported event. Finally, a few words on the technical details of the Motion Detector Cam. The optical system responsible for detecting movement is based on an advanced lens designed and manufactured in Japan. This applies to all detectors in the Slimline family and related products. The sensor provides a wide detection area of 15 meters by 24 meters and a viewing angle of 90 degrees. And one more thing, photos taken by the detector do not cover its entire motion detection field. However, you can assume that if the detector registers movement, the intruding object will be captured within the frame. Here, I remind you that this model is equipped with IR LEDs, allowing it to take clear photos even in complete darkness. Our detector features an integrated, tiltable mirror that allows effective monitoring of the area directly below its mounting location, the so-called creep zone. And here's an interesting fact that some B-Wave system users may not know. This detector, like other motion detectors, includes a built-in temperature sensor, and yes, it can also be used to help control, for example, heating. As a motion detector, it can also work well with automatic lighting control. And finally, a very important point, power supply. The Motion Detector Cam is battery-powered and, under favorable conditions, can operate for several years on a single battery. In practice, things are different due to the specific nature of the detector, namely the presence of a camera, which means the battery needs to be replaced more often. In short, the more photos you take and send, the sooner the battery will run out. But take note here. The detector we're talking about is equipped with connectors that allow you to connect an external DC power source with a voltage between 5 and 12 volts. We recommend using the flush-mounted APS 055 power supply. With this solution, the device can operate continuously, detecting movement and taking photos even at a high frequency. In such a situation, the battery installed inside the detector serves as a backup power source in the event of a mains power failure. Now, all that's left for me to do is encourage you to try out the Motion Detector Cam as part of the B-Wave system. And that concludes this session. Thank you, and join us for the next episodes of the E Academy. See you next time.